Ripple has announced major plans to increase the usage of XRP, and that is a huge news. Hello guys, this is Farhan Hussain and welcome to another video. In today's video, we'll be looking at Ripple's new adventurous move in which they want companies and financial institutions to increase the usage of XRP. And not just that, they are looking for new startups and tech companies which will help them increase the usage of XRP. But before that, let's look at what's new in the Ripple world. Ripple CEO was recently interviewed by Bloomberg and he said a few things which really upset Bitcoin fans. So what exactly did he say? Let's look. Some may look at Bitcoin and say that this is Napster of digital assets. What I mean by that is that Napster was the first to digitize music and demonstrate that you can do a lot of cool things with that. But ultimately they were circumventing trademark laws, they were circumventing royalty payments, and then government stepped in and Napster wasn't successful. But Spotify, iTunes and Pandora were successful. I think what you will find is that maybe the next generation of digital assets will end up solving some of the problems that Bitcoin set out to solve. The reason why a lot of Bitcoin supporters were really upset regarding those comments were, if you check out the entire interview, which I will link in the description below, he kind of mentioned an indirect way that XRP will eventually overtake Bitcoin. He was replying to a comment regarding that, and actually I have already talked about this regarding Bitcoin versus XRP, which you can check it out by clicking the video here. And the reason why other Bitcoin fans were really upset was because he was comparing Bitcoin to Napster, and if you know the history of Napster, it didn't turn out good. So people, a lot of Bitcoin fans are expecting Bitcoin to even reach new heights and no other crypto can overtake it. So anything that comes in, even in close competition to Bitcoin, they kind of get defensive, which is, I kind of agree with them, because a lot of crypto fans out there who are invested in various cryptocurrencies are very defensive when it comes to what coins they have actually invested in. Now to the main point of this video. Ripple has announced that they are going to start investing in startups and tech companies which promote the usage of XRP. But in fact, this is not really news. Back in October 2017, Ripple set up a fund of $300 million in which they basically said that any company out there which kind of technically promotes the usage of XRP will start getting funded by the Ripple company itself. In fact, that has finally come to fruition. Just last month, Ripple announced that they have invested $25 million in a startup called Omni, which provides rental and storage. And this is not going to be the first time. In fact, we are going to be seeing more and more companies which are going to be funded by Ripple to basically promote the usage of XRP. Now, why is this such a big news? For starters, increasing the usage of XRP also increases the price. And it's kind of obvious that a lot of investors want the price of XRP to increase. Not just investors, but Ripple company itself. They have mentioned multiple times, this is the CEO of Ripple has already mentioned many times that they want to see the price of XRP increase. For starters, it's going to make them a lot of money, but also because financial institutions want the price of XRP to increase so it can be a good commodity. It can be used good as a liquidity feature for transferring money worldwide. Secondly, another huge incentive for tech companies and other startups to increase the usage of XRP is because they will also get funded by Ripple. And the more companies that start joining the XRP bandwagon, it will start creating a ripple effect, no pun intended. And the more the more companies and other financial institutions start using XRP, it's gonna start eventually going mainstream. Right now, we do know about Ripple, and there's a lot of people out there who actually do know about Ripple, but the majority of people actually kind of have no idea about XRP because they are mostly focused on Bitcoin. A lot of people are skeptical about XRP, and they mention and they keep saying that, look, XRP kind of has no real world use, which is actually false because Ripple eventually wants the majority of banks and financial services on the Xcurrent platform to switch to XRapid, which basically uses XRP. And if you're giving incentive to these small companies, which will kind of, as I mentioned before, create a ripple effect in increasing the overall usage of of XRP. Well guys, that was the video for today, and let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, make sure you're subscribed and hit that like button so I can bring out more and more amazing content. And as always, thank you for watching this video. I will see you next time.